Hi there, happy Thursday. Thanks for joining Rise and Shine. Hope you're well. So this morning we're going to do some neck moves and stretches for the shoulders and the back. And we'll also, if we've got time, which I think we will, we'll spend about 10 minutes on the neck stretches and the shoulder stretches, and then we'll do some glutes and hips. So we'll start by, for these shoulder and neck exercises, you need a belt or a tie or a dressing gown belt, or sometimes you could use your coat like this. So if you could grab one of those just while we do first of all the neck exercises. So we can either sit on our heels, sit cross-legged or kneel. So I'll start by kneeling. So first of all we just want to bring the head forwards and then turn the head to look over our right shoulder, but we want to try and keep our chest forward and our shoulders back. And then back to the centre and then over to the left. So you want to do the movement slowly and just maybe breathe out as you turn to the side and breathe in as you come back. But the breath doesn't really matter. Mainly it's just keeping the movement in the neck, which can become tight with stress or sleeping funny or carrying something heavy. Okay, so if we do these each morning or each night, it'll stop the neck, the little bones in the neck getting fused up and the joints. So maybe 2 more each side. I've tried everything for sore neck and shoulders. I used to suffer more, and then I saw this routine and try and do it as much as possible, and I don't seem to get as much neck and shoulder ache. So I'm just going to sit on my heels, but you can stay kneeling or sit cross-legged. So now left ear to the left shoulder, but you want to try and keep your left shoulder down and you're more trying to stretch your right ear up towards the ceiling, if that makes sense. And then back to the centre and then opposite way. So now this left ear is trying to come up to the ceiling. You can feel this stretch up the left side of the neck. Okay, 1 more each side. You can really kind of feel it. It's not the nicest sensation. So now if you want to go further, you could bring your left ear down to your left shoulder, but keep the left shoulder away, and then bring the left hand to touch the right ear and draw the head down a bit more, and you feel a stretch up the right side. Okay, change sides. Oh, you can draw those with the right side. Bring the right ear down to the right side. You can draw your left fingertips away. A deeper stretch. And 1 more of those each side. So left hand on right ear. Trying to keep that right shoulder down. Maybe walk the right fingertips away. And it'll all work better if we use our breathing. Maybe 2 more breaths. Okay, release, and then 1 more the opposite side. So right ear down to right shoulder, drawing our left shoulder down, fingertips away. About 2 more breaths. Slowly release, and then just shrugging the shoulders up, flopping them down. 1, 2, 3. Okay, just shaking out the shoulders, and then 1 more move. So slowly bringing the chin towards the chest. Feel the stretch in the back of the neck. Slowly lifting the head back, and then looking up towards the ceiling. So 3 of these. keep the movement slow. If it doesn't feel too bad, you can bring the hands on the back of the head as you draw the chin towards the chest. Slowly lift. And one more, looking up. And then chin towards the chest. And then slightly different, chin towards the chest, chin over to the right shoulder, back to the centre, chin towards the left shoulder. If you keep the movement slow, you can notice more the stretch or the sensation. So one more each side. Back to the centre and lift slowly. Okay, so got the stretches now with the belt. So we want to be stretching the belt above our heads, really trying to draw the belt apart. Imagine you ripping the belt apart, and hopefully then you should feel a stretch in the chest and the armpits. You can even, if you like, kind of activate your shoulders behind you. And that's what we want. So we want to be activating the shoulders, like a pulsing type movement. This is what a physio told me to do because I used to see physios and chiropractors, and they said I needed to activate my shoulders behind me. And it's quite hard to do. Okay, so we bring the belt down, belt over the head, and then keeping the arms as straight as possible. If we can, we take the belt behind. So we're still thinking about opening the chest. And then down, so maybe 2 or 3 more. Stretching up and down. And one more, breathe in. Create that space, that's what we need. We need space in the chest. And down. And then slightly different this time, taking the hands behind. So your left hand stretching down and your right hand stretching up. And a couple of breaths. Again, trying to imagine you ripping the belt apart. So you're feeling the stretch in the shoulders maybe, the chest, the armpits. And slowly back, change sides. So left arm stretches up, right arm stretches down. Okay, and stretch both arms up again. Maybe side to side. Then one more stretch with the belt. So this time the hands are a little bit close together, and we're just bringing the arms behind the head with the elbows bent, elbows towards the floor. Stretching up, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in and out, and release. So 2 more stretches just using, maybe 3 more stretches just using our arms. So first one is eagle arms. So bring the elbows up, right elbow crosses over left, and then we're trying to bring the hands together. We're also now, I'll show you from the side, trying to lift our elbows up. And if we look at our thumbs are together, they call it eagle arms. This is the eagle's beak, and the eagle is soaring away. You should feel a nice stretch in the back of your shoulders. Maybe take the arms side to side. So this bit gets stuck, the shoulder blades, the trapezius or the traps. So release, stretch out, and then left elbow over right, and then draw the palms together again, look at the thumbs. Try and imagine the eagle soaring away. Maybe side to side, lifting those elbows up, a couple more breaths. shake out. So the next one, you might need your belt just over your right shoulder. So the next one is cow face. So stretching up the right hand as tall as you can with the right hand. The left hand comes out to the side. Take the left hand as far as you can up the back. So the fingertips are reaching up towards the head. And then bring that right hand to join the left fingers or hold on to your belt or your coat. And here you're trying to push your right tricep back and your right elbow up towards the ceiling. About 3 more breaths. And releasing and changing sides. So left fingertips up, right hand out to the side. Reach that right fingertips up now. So you imagine you're giving yourself a half Nelson. If you want, with your left hand, you can draw your right elbow into the centre. See if you can snuggle those fingertips up towards the head again, back of the head. And then left fingertips drawing right fingertips. And the right side is usually a bit harder. So try and draw your left elbow back, your left tricep back. It's a nice stretch for the triceps as well. A couple more breaths. And slowly release. Okay, and then the last one is we behind our back, we take hold of opposite elbow and try and draw our shoulders back and our chest forward. So there is one where we can do this lying on our back as well, which is more intense. I'll show you in a bit. So this is just holding on to opposite elbow, or you can try and bring your palms together. So this is called reverse prayer. It's a bit weird, but it's quite nice. So here again, drawing our elbows back, walking our fingers up the back and drawing the chest forward. So you could do these seated in a chair at your desk. If you try to spend, say, 5 minutes doing the shoulder stretches, either cow face, eagle arms, reverse prayer, or the ones with the belt, could do 10 minutes, 5 minutes every day, and release. Ooh, shake out. Okay, so we'll lie on our back. I'll show you a couple more of the stretches on your back. So lying on the back, as I think I've said a few times, is the best thing you can do for your back. So it just helps to flatten out, iron any kinks in the back. So feet flat on the floor and knees apart, feet about hip width apart. So we're just stretching the arms above the head slowly, pointing the fingertips away. Feel the opening in the chest. Feel that lovely feeling in your back, especially if your back's tight. It should feel really, really nice. And then arms down. We keep the movement slow. We kind of give ourselves acupressure. And I mentioned yesterday I'm doing this myofascial release course. So when I'm up to that module, I'll share the practice for the neck and the shoulders with the tennis balls. Maybe next week I can do that. Okay, so one more. And back down. So we're working on those traps or the trapezius and helping to loosen that off, and that's, if all this is tight and jammed up, you'll have problems leading up to the neck. Okay, so this time lifting up into a bridge. So first of all, squeezing the tummy in, turning your pelvis under and lifting up slowly into the bridge. So here,
We'll do just a few of these, working the glutes and working the core. Also benefits for our neck and our shoulders. So just check your chins towards your chest, pressing into the feet, and then lifting up slowly as we breathe in, taking the arms above the head, and breathe out, lifting the arms back down. So we'll do, if it feels okay, 3 or 4, breathing in to lift, keeping the hips high, keeping the movement slow with the arms, stretching fingertips away. Breathe out, back down, keeping those glutes tight and the tummy tight, pressing the feet into the floor. Okay, and one more lift. Again, as you lift the arms over the head, try and stretch the arms away. Breathe in here. Breathe out, slowly lower the arms. And breathe in, lift the hips higher. Breathe out, now slowly bring the back down, vertebrae by vertebrae. You don't want to bring the lower back down before we bring the rest of the back down. So the lower back comes down last. And then bring the knees into the chest. Okay, and then we'll try that one where we take hold of opposite elbow under the back. So it might be a bit intense, but just try it. So we're stretching out the, we'll keep the knees bent first of all, and then take your hands underneath your back. You're seeing if you can take hold of opposite elbow, and then slowly bring the bottom down and stretch out the legs. So with this, if you can feel that you're drawing your chest forward and you're drawing your shoulders back. Try not to have the shoulders up by the ears. So this for some people might be quite intense. So you could lie here, say for 2 minutes. You can stretch the feet away, or if you want to, you can bring the feet into butterfly. So the soles of the feet are together and you're feeling a nice stretch in your inner thigh, maybe the outer hips and the glutes. Still try to keep your chin towards your chest. If the chin or the head's going back, this can be bad for the neck because you're compressing your neck. So if the head is going back, you might need a block underneath the back of your head. So this is stretching the chest, good for the shoulder blades, and it's also stretching your inner thigh and your outer hips. So this butterfly stretch is great to prevent sciatica. And slowly bring the knees together, and then the different stretch is the knees together and the feet apart, and this is more externally rotating your hips. So the outer hips are working here, your abductors. And slowly stretching the feet forward. So you can stay in either or all of those, a few minutes or whatever, time you've got. So bending the knees up, pressing the feet into the floor, slowly lifting the back off, and then bringing the arms out from underneath the back. So it might feel a bit tender. So we just want to gently bring the knees into the chest, hugging the knees in. A nice stretch for the neck would be to bring the head slowly to the knees, curling up. Slowly release down, and then whichever way feels good. It might feel nice as well to roll along the spine to iron out the kinks. So that's where we lift up and roll back. See, I like this. And lift up to seated. So hope that felt good for the neck and the shoulders. If
If you have any neck issues, you could save this, remember what date it was, and come back to it each day for 5 or 10 minutes of the first part of those, rolling out the shoulders, and the cow face, eagle arms and reverse prayer will start feeling a bit easier. Okay, thank you. See you soon. Have a good rest of the day. Bye for now.